Hi guys, I'm Claire and you're watching Rent to Grown. I know we have a lot of new subscribers out there and I want to say welcome if you are new to the channel. But whether you're new or if you've been around for a while, make sure you stick around to the end of this video because we have a giveaway coming up and I want you to be a part of it. I don't want you to miss out. If you've looked at the title of today's video, you know that we are talking about big food storage in small spaces. And whether you're a prepper or if you're just someone who's dealing with limited storage space, food storage is something that a lot of people have to contend with. I've personally lived in some pretty small spaces, y'all, and this house is no exception. Particularly when I lived in Indiana, my food storage was pretty limited. I kept enough around for emergencies and enough to get me back to my bug out location a few states away if it ever came down to that. But now that I'm in Tennessee again, I'm gonna be storing a little more heavily. With that in mind, I wanted to come to you today with my top 5 tips for food storage in a small space. If you were to ask the average person where food goes, they would probably say in the refrigerator or the freezer or the kitchen cabinets. And the kitchen cabinets are awesome for long-term food storage, and they're a pretty obvious thing. But if you're like me, you may also put your cookware and your dishes and things like that in there. So my first tip is to thin out your cookware and your dishes to make more room for food. I know it's pretty difficult to do, but I also realized that I didn't need 4 of the exact same size saucepan. I recommend that you take sentimental items and items that you don't use as often and move them outside of the kitchen so that you have room for food items that you use on a regular basis. With that being said, my second tip is please don't store food under the bed. If you are storing food under the bed, it can become really difficult to remember what all is under there because it's not easily visible and it's not easily accessible, and you run the risk of wasting your food storage or getting a rodent problem and not realizing it until it's really far gone. With that being said, I have successfully stored water under the bed. It has a longer shelf life, and if that's the only thing you've got under there, you just know I've got a bunch of water under my bed. And that's a little bit easier to contend with in my mind. But still, I recommend not putting food under the bed. I don't mean to imply that all food storage outside of the kitchen is bad. My number 3 tip for you is that you consider using existing cabinets that are outside of your kitchen that normally wouldn't be used for food as food storage. I have personally used the cabinets in my entertainment center and under end tables and things like that in my living room to store canned goods. It's also really easy to turn a linen closet into a pantry if you need it, but make sure that things like that are probably outside of the bathroom just for the hygiene of it. My number 4 tip for you is to store your food in plain sight. A lot of people will store things on top of their cabinets if there's a void up there, and that's awesome, but I store a lot of dry beans and grains and things like that, and so if you put them in interesting glass jars or other containers, I've used those as decoration in my living room and in my bedroom before. I will say that you want to put moisture absorbing packs in there and that you will want to rotate those often so they don't go bad because they will be more exposed to the sun than things that would be shut off from the light, but it doesn't have to look out of place. It goes really well with my usual decor. My number 5 tip for you is to maximize your storage space by getting an over-the-door shoe rack. Like I said, I store a lot of grains and beans and things like that, and so those are easily slid into the shoe pockets of those over-the-door shoe racks, but most standard sizes will also fit a pint jar. Just make sure that whatever you're storing in there, you're keeping a good eye on the overall weight. They'll also probably flop against the door when you open and close it, so you might look into getting some kind of hold down mechanism. Well, those are my 5 tips for food storage in a small space. If you have other tips that you would recommend, let me know in the comments because I'm always looking for new tips and tricks. But if you've made it to this point in the video, I want to say thank you so much. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And if you are a returning subscriber, new or old, listen up. We are really close to a goal that we set a long time ago to get 250 subscribers, and that may seem like a low amount to be doing a giveaway, but I really appreciate every single one of you. So when we get to 250 subscribers, I will be showing you what we're giving away. It's really cool. They're reusable, they're eco-friendly, and just I can't wait to show it to you, but I don't want to show it to you yet. So if you would please share this video with anybody that you think could benefit from the information that I've given you today, and encourage other people to subscribe if you think that they would like our content. Once we get to 250 subscribers, I will announce what the items I'm giving away are. I will announce how to enter in the giveaway, and we'll set a date for picking a winner. I hope to see all of you in the comments when that happens. But anyway, I want to thank you so much for watching, and as always, I will see you around. Bye!